I spent most of last month getting ready for a demo at the Northwest Blacksmithing Association's spring conference. And the topic of that demo is going to be a candelabra. This is the one I saw in my brain initially, but it's a little bit more work than I think I can pull off in the 6 hours that I have available at that conference. And it always takes longer to live demo because there's a lot more back and forth with the audience, answering questions, and just dealing with everything else you got to deal with. So I've done a few variations trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Perhaps the demo should be called Variations on a Theme, because that's really kind of what I've been going with. And I think this is the one that I like the design, I like the way it looks, but every bit as important, I think I can pull this off in the 2-3 hour time slots I have allotted. I also have almost all of this pre-done in stages, so if I run out of time, I've got pieces I can jump over to and jump ahead of the process if something's taking too long. But I got to get ready to go. I think that's all the tools and materials I need. Now it's just time to get all my personal stuff packed so I can be ready to go first thing in the morning. I'm hoping to be out of here before the sun comes up. I did manage to get out of the house about 4 o'clock this morning, well before the sun came up, and that allowed me to get all the way through Denver before the morning rush hour. So it was really nice to get through Colorado Springs, Denver, up to Fort Collins, and over to the back road that goes into Laramie, Wyoming, all by about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's about 8:30 now. I'm almost to the Wyoming-Colorado border, and there'll be a lot less traffic the rest of today. Tomorrow, on the way up, I had to stop at the new buc-ees. That's something new in Colorado. I guess I got them other parts of the country, but I've never been to one before. And I figured it was just a little bit of an oversized truck stop kind of place, hopefully a little bit nicer. But wow, this place was unbelievable. It's more like a little mini mall with a truck stop attached to it than it is anything else. But the bathroom wasn't crowded and it was clean, and that was the most important thing. Okay, that was pretty wild. I didn't expect pretty much a department store for a truck stop. But I did get some coffee and a breakfast sandwich in time to get back on the road. Originally, Janet was going to come on this trip with me, but we share cat sitting with some friends. They cat sit for us when we're gone. We cat sit for them when they're gone. And we're both going to be gone this week. They're going to a wedding, so both of them really need to be at that event. And Janet didn't really have to come to the blacksmithing conference. So she's going to stay home and take care of both sets of cats and probably get a lot of weaving done being there by herself for about 10 days I'll be gone, I guess. That means I've got to make this trip myself, which isn't really a big deal, but Janet and I do like to travel together. We're not just husband and wife. She's my best friend, and I like traveling with her. So it's a little disappointing that she didn't get to make the trip with me. At the moment, I'm in a rest area between Rawlins and Rock Springs, Wyoming, and not a bad place to stop. Pretty desolate country, but Wyoming does have a lot of rest areas, so that makes the trip a little better. It's only about noon. Matter of fact, it's not quite noon. I think I should easily be able to get into Ogden, Utah today. Leaving at 4 o'clock in the morning really stretches my day out. Typically, we would just drive to Evanston, Wyoming, and Ogden's a couple more hours down the road. So if I can get that extra couple hours in, that makes my trip easier, and I get into my sister's and visit my mom a little bit earlier on Wednesday, which is part of what I plan to do on this trip. Road construction is just something you kind of expect when you're driving across I-80. We were really surprised when we went out in January and went to the Redwoods. There was no construction on this stretch of the road. First time, I think, ever. I'm headed down Immigrant Hill towards the Columbia River. This was part of the trip that we made sure to avoid last time we came through here because it was winter and this 6% grade would be quite nasty with snow on it. But today it's a gorgeous drive. Well, I managed to get a hotel right on the river with a room that actually overlooks the parking lot. That's okay, right outside the back door, this is my view. It's a nice little walking path here, so I can take a little walk this evening. They even had a pretty decent restaurant. Got a nice green salad with dinner, and after a couple of days on the road eating mostly fast food, salad was much appreciated. Been a pretty hard driving trip up to this point, but this is an enjoyable evening. I got here early enough I could relax and enjoy it, and I think I'm going to do that, and I'm going to let you go. We'll see you for the next video. Thanks for watching.